Okay, let's see. Do I have all my supplies? I'm pretty sure that I brought everything from the workshop. I've got my ribbon. I have stickers and tags and my cups, so that's good. Okay, and oh, are we rolling right now? Are we recording? Oh, okay. Well, hello, welcome. My name is Chloe the Craft Elf. I know this is a bit embarrassing. I haven't had a chance to magically transform yet, but since I'm in this sticky situation, I'll let you in on a little secret. But first, can you keep a secret? Okay, good. Well, some of you have seen me at the Sheboygan County Historical Museum or even out in the community, and I've looked, well, like this, like everybody else. But that's the point. Santa gave me a special mission after Christmas to stay here in Sheboygan so I could keep an eye on all of you boys and girls and help him really truly know who's naughty and who's nice. So you better not pout and you better not cry because Chloe the Craft Elf may be nearby. Oh, that's so much better. What a relief it is to have my ears back. Oh, and you know, I've heard that spring has sprung. And the Sheboygan County Historical Museum is celebrating spring with May Day baskets. And that's where I come in. Today, I'm going to show you one way that you can make a basket of your very own. If you'd like to pick up a kit with the basic supplies, you can stop at the Sheboygan County Historical Museum or the Mead Public Library at the Children's Library on the 3rd floor. You can stop there anytime during their hours of operation starting April 19th. But you know, supplies are limited, so if you don't have a chance to get a kit, it's okay. You can easily recreate this kit with supplies that you can find either around the house, or you could easily go out to the store and pick up really simple things. Or you know what? You could make a basket with basically anything. It's so fun being creative. So think creatively about things that you might have that you could turn into a basket. But before we get crafty today, some of you are kind of looking at me funny, thinking, but Chloe, what is May Day? Well, May Day is the celebration of the return of spring, and it has a long, long history going back to Roman times. Whoa, oh my stars. As the Roman Empire spread across Europe, so did this festival. And as time went on, the traditions grew and changed as they became popular in countries like Germany, Italy, England, and Ireland. Then later, as people from these countries immigrated to America, they brought these traditions with them. And by the 19th century, May Day baskets in particular became a very popular way to celebrate the festival and to exchange with their neighbors and loved ones. In fact, here in Sheboygan County, there were May Day dances, maypole dances, lots of flower celebrations, and May Day baskets. In fact, children were still exchanging May Day baskets and making them in school and giving them out to the neighbors around their schools up through the 1990s. But then it just kind of stopped. I don't quite know why, because it's so much fun. It's just such a bummer that it stopped. So I'm sure glad that the Sheboygan County Historical Museum decided to bring back this tradition. And we started for the first time last year while we were all safer at home. And it was a bit of a difficult time. And we wanted to make sure that we were encouraging one another and letting our neighbors know that they were not alone and that they were cared for and thought of. So this year, let's do it again. And let's cover Sheboygan County in love in the form of May Day baskets. For today's craft, we are making these oh so cute May Day baskets from paper cups. They're so great. So if you got a kit, in your kit, the supplies that were provided we have a paper cup that has been hole punched on both sides, and that's where our handle is gonna go. And And what we're going to use for a handle, we have a green ribbon that has been cut to be 1.5 feet. So if you're making this at home, you'll need a ruler and a pair of scissors, and you're going to measure out 1 full ruler's width and then 1/2 to the 6 right here. And then you'll be able to have the same length as us. And then we also have 2 suckers. And we're going to turn these into flowers. So flowers have leaves. So we have 2 sets of green leaves here that we're going to cut out like this to attach to them. And to attach our leaves, today we are going to be working with some tape. But if you'd like, you could use some glue as well. But I recommend tape. It might be a little bit easier for you to handle. And then we also have a wonderful May Day tag that has been hole punched for you as well to attach to your handle. And then you can give your basket and everyone will know that that's why you're giving them a basket for May Day. And then we also have 4 stickers. There's all sorts of flower stickers that got put into the kits that you can use to decorate your cup. Otherwise, you can also get creative and decorate it however else you want to. You could paint the cup if you'd like. You can color on it with crayons or markers, maybe some colored pencils. And then you also might want a pen or a pencil to write a note on your card as well. Just a little encouragement for them. And last but not least, there is some fun colored shredded paper that we are including as well. That's going to be the filler for your basket. So we'll fill it all in there, kind of like an Easter basket, and then it'll prop your sucker flowers up a little bit more. All right, that's everything. So let's do it. So today we are going to be making a May Day basket from a cute little paper cup. Isn't that just so sweet? Oh my goodness. But if you don't have a kit, you can make this very easily with a paper cup that you might have from home, or if you have a plastic cup, that would work too. Or you know what, you could use some construction paper and roll it up like a cone like this and then fill it with goodies. That one's very simple to do. And if you don't have construction paper, but maybe you have paper plates at home, you can cut a paper plate in half and make that into a basket. Or you could use some paper bowls and hole punch those and then use some ribbon or even some pipe cleaner. Or you know, if you don't have any of those but you have some yarn, you could use yarn to make a handle. The options are endless, and I love that about May Day baskets because you can get so creative with them. So today for our kit, we are going to start out with our blank paper cup. So it is a blank slate for you to decorate however you'd like. So in the kit, we had stickers provided, so you can use those if you'd like. But you know what, if you'd like to decorate yourself with some markers or colored pencils, you could draw some pictures on there, some flowers, sunshine. You could write a message on your cup. So feel free to make it uniquely your own. So I'm gonna just stick with my stickers. Haha, that's funny. I'm going to peel my backing off. I've got a lovely pink flower here. I know most of you are thinking, Chloe, you're an elf. How do you like flowers in spring? Well, I adore snow in winter. Obviously, that is my favorite. But since living in Wisconsin, I have learned to love all 4 seasons. I really like that about Wisconsin. And it's great being able to see things grow and change with each season. And it's exciting that flowers are starting to pop up. There's little green buds sticking out of the ground. Isn't it amazing how just overnight we can have just little sprouts and then all of a sudden a big beautiful bloom will be there. It's truly magical. the same with trees. I love when trees get their leaves and one day they have their leaves that are just like little buds on the trees, and then all of a sudden the next day there will be all sorts of green on the trees. So exciting. What's your favorite part about spring? Oh yeah, that's a great one. Here we go. I also like the warmer weather. Shh, don't tell the other elves. But I've been spoiled. I like that. Okay, there we go. We've got our stickers there. So now I'm going to attach my ribbon. And again, if you don't have ribbon, you could use yarn or pipe cleaner, some string, twine, things like that. And if you wanted to, you could take, if you had extra, and you could attach that around your cup and glue that too. So I'm going to stick it through the hole that has been hole punched. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie a bunch of knots so that it fills up the hole and doesn't come through. And if your knots don't stay together, a little trick that you can do is you could put some glue on it and let it dry. Or if you have an adult to help you, you could use some hot glue as well. Put a little dab of glue on there and that will make it stiffer and then it won't pop through your hole, just like that. All right, now before we go through to the other side, we want to make sure to remember we put on our tag. So in your kit, you received this cute little Happy May Day sign that you can string onto your handle, just like this. And then it will hang on the side of your basket like that. Through the other hole. And if you wanted, you could tie it into a bow, but I think I'm just gonna tie it into a bunch of knots again. Keep it simple. But if you wanted, if you are really good at tying bows, which I'm sure some of you really are, you could tie the end of it into a little bow. I had kind of I did that on my demo here. It's a little hard to see, but there's a teeny tiny little bow. Because I didn't have too much ribbon left. But if you have extra, you could tie extra bows onto it or hang some ribbons off of it. Or another thing that you could do too is if you have some sticks, you could tie your bows, or if you make some other flowers, things like that, you could tie them or glue them onto your stick like this, and then you can stick it into your cup too. See, there's all sorts of options, all sorts of fun things that you can do. All right, I think I've got a good knot there. Perfect, look at that. We are cooking here. This is wonderful. All right, so next we are gonna turn the two suckers that were in your kit into tulips. They're gonna look like flowers. Oh, I love this. I think this is just so cute. Such a great idea because they're little heart suckers, so they already have that kind of look like a tulip does. So to do this, also in your kit, you had 2 sets of leaves that we're gonna cut out. So I've already cut out 1 set just to save a little bit of time. So this is what they're gonna look like. And if you need an adult to help you with the scissors, make sure to ask. This is definitely a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to get creative with our loved ones and make things with our parents and have fun together. So I'm going to cut 1 set out though. And there's a little, kind of like a little stem on the bottom of each of them. And if you have trouble cutting that, you can just snip it off. But it does help to have it because you can use that to tape it onto the sucker stick, which will be the stem of your flower. So we've got one. And we'll have a second one in no time. And if you don't have this template at home, it is really easy to just take green construction paper, and it can be any green if you have a light green versus this kind of darker green. You can just cut out the shape of a leaf, and if it's not perfectly shaped, that's okay because each leaf is uniquely different, just like you. All right, we've got our leaves cut out here. So now how we're going to attach them. You could use glue, but it's a little harder with liquid glue. So if you have hot glue, you can use that, but make sure again that you ask an adult for help. Today we're gonna use tape because it'll just be easier. But we don't need a lot of tape. Just a little bit goes a long way. So we're literally just going to take a little, if I can get it to rip, there we go, a little rip. See, it's just enough for my little finger here. And I want my leaves to curl just a little bit and fold. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pinch it a little, not completely folding it, but just pinching a little to give it some 3D. See, now it's not completely flat, it's 3D. So I'm gonna take my flower and I'm gonna take the little end here and I'm gonna put that on the back of my sucker stick. And holding that in place, I'm gonna take my tape and I'm going to stick it on, tape it into place, or attempt to. Now it's wiggling all over the place. Okay, I got it. Here we go. So we're just gonna wrap our tape around like that. All right, and now the next one, I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm gonna just kind of slightly fold it together and just pinch a little bit, but not enough that I'm completely folding it. Just a little so it has a little bit of an indent, kind of like the vein on an actual leaf. All right, I'm gonna take a little more tape. And doing the same thing just on the other side, I'm gonna stick it behind with the little nubby end on behind there. And then I'm going to take my tape and tape it in place and wrap it around. There we go. And if you need to put a little extra tape after you've taped both of them on, you can do that to make it a little more secure. So I'm just going to take a little extra here and tape onto the back. And again, if you need an adult to help with scissors, you can also trim your tape a little bit if you need to. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Just a little cut so that it fits better. There we go. And it's got leaves just like a flower. Perfect. So since I already have another one made, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that one and use those two together. Okay, so what are we missing here? Oh, we need to put our filler in, you know, just like an Easter basket. So we shredded some fun pastel, springy colored paper here, and we're going to stuff that into our baskets. So that way, when we put our suckers, or if you want to add any other little surprises and treats into your basket, it won't sink all the way to the bottom. Or you could use tissue paper. That's another thing you could use. So think creatively of what you could put in there. You could shred some newspaper. Okay. Looking good. Now you don't want to push it down too far and pack it in there, because remember, you want it to fill up the cup so that your suckers will sit in the top of it. A couple more pieces there. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to take our tulip suckers and stick them into our cup. Just like that. Oh, I think that looks spectacular. Perfect. And you know, if you wanted to fill it with other things, or if you are making a basket with supplies other than a paper cup, you could maybe use some fake flowers to put in there. If you have some real flowers, you could cut some real flowers and put them in there. Or you could make flowers from paper. We've got a paper construction flower here, or newspapers is another good one. You could even fill your basket with some chocolates. Ooh, I love candy. This has been tempting me this whole time, I will be completely honest, but I have been very good. My mother would be so proud. So something I did last year when I made flowers like this, I took Hershey Kisses and I glued them right into the middle so they looked like the center of the flower. So that's something else you could do as well. So I'm gonna, just for fun, throw in a Kit Kat. That's one of my favorite candies. It's a Kit Kat. And you could also write a note on your tag. On the back of your tag, you could write a little note that says like, you are loved, or smile, the sun is shining, things like that, to just encourage people. Or another option you could do, you could take an actual card and write a little note to your neighbors or your loved ones that you're giving your card to. So you can think creatively about things to put in your basket as well, because maybe you could even put some seeds for them to grow some flowers, or some cookies. Those are pretty good too, or other special treats. So the opportunities are endless. Well, I think our basket is looking really good, you guys. Great job, everyone. Fantastic. Oh, didn't these just turn out spectacular? Oh, good job, everybody. I just adore them. Oh, I can't wait to give them out to one of our neighbors. Oh, so now that your basket is done, on Saturday, May 1st, which is May Day, you'll go over to your neighbor's house and leave it hanging on their front door, okay? And you can ring the doorbell or knock and sneak away if you'd like. This is the only time that ding dong ditch is acceptable. Remember, Santa is watching after all. Otherwise, you can stay and wait for them to come to the door and have a bit of a socially distant human, or in my case, elf, interaction. Wouldn't that be lovely? Oh, and besides sharing them with your neighbors, I would like to see your baskets too. So make sure that you have an adult take a picture of your basket, whether you made one of our kits or you made a basket with other supplies. I want to see how beautiful and springy they are. So ask an adult to take a picture and drop it into the comments of this video. Or you can post it on Facebook and tag us and one of our partners as well so they can see it too. And make sure to use our hashtag Museum May Day. That way all my friends and I will get to see them. Oh, happy May Day, everyone. I'm just so excited that spring is here and we have some lovely weather and flowers and beauty all around us. So let's go out and encourage one another with our baskets. And a huge thank you to all of our partners for helping make our campaign possible. And thank you to all of you who are participating too, because without you, we wouldn't be able to cover Sheboygan County in love in the form of May Day baskets. All right, now it's gonna be May Day. Let's go deliver them. So, ready, on your mark, get set, May Day.